ill. Ready, will, I'm ready, I'm ready, oh, I'm ready, I'm ready.
Guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we're going to be talking all about my braids. If you don't know, I got braids last week, and if you do know, I got braids last week. What? Anyways, this is the first time me ever in the whole history of the world getting braids, so I'm here to tell you the real tea about braids. Joking. I'm just going to answer some questions about them, and I have them listed on my phone. And yeah, so if you're thinking about getting braids, or you already have braids, or you're interested in what I think of braids, or you're bored and that's why you're here, then keep on watching because it's going to be fun. So the first question is, how long did they take to get done? It took 6 hours to get done, but it didn't feel like 6 hours, but I feel like it just depends on the person that you get it done by. I got it done by my cousin and it was in my house, so I feel like that already just makes it not that long of a process. Like if you're thinking about getting braids, the average time is between 6 and 8 hours, but it always comes down to what you're getting done. So with me, I've got thicker braids. My braids aren't thick, but they aren't small. And also my partings are big, so I feel like if you're getting small partings, you're definitely gonna take longer than me. So it just depends on what you're getting done. So the second question is, did they hurt? And I feel like this is the main question people who want braids or are curious about braids ask. And actually it didn't hurt. Like when it was getting done, obviously at the top when they're doing the little knot thing and then they're first pulling it on your hair, that's like a tiny bit painful, but it's not like ow ow ow, like I'm starting to cry kind of thing. It's just like a little tug. Like if you've ever gotten your hair cane road or cornrowed, whatever word you prefer to say, you know when they first start the braid, that's kind of the feeling. And then after that, when they're plaiting it, it doesn't hurt. But again, after, people always say they can't sleep or it's really hard to pull their hair out because their hair is so tender. Mine wasn't like that at all. She didn't pull my hair. I feel like you should have some tightness on your head. Like it shouldn't feel like it's going to fall off. Like it needs to feel tight-ish, because otherwise it's not going to stay on your head. But it shouldn't be so tight that you're getting headaches and that you're in so much pain. You're just going to end up with your hairline going back. You're going to get them little bulbs, you know, when your hair starts to poke up out the top. It's going to hurt. So if your hairstylist does that, don't go back. Go to somewhere else, because it is really damaging to your hair. Box braids and any protective style is supposed to be good for your hair. It's supposed to give your hair a break from all of the manipulating you do to it, and it helps it grow. But if you're doing it so tight, you're just going to end up with damaged hair or bald spots. I know that sounds really dramatic, but it happens to a lot of people, so be careful. Honestly, you don't want to risk having that for the sake of like 2-3 weeks of making it look nice, because when you take them out, you're just going to be bald. So what would you rather? So the third question is, how do you sleep with them? Me personally, I have this little cap and I put my hair in a ponytail, a low ponytail, and I put the cap over my head, this part of my head, and this bit isn't covered, but I do sleep on a satin pillowcase, so I guess it kind of protects it. But I did last night put it in a bun and then put the hat over the bun. But because, I don't know if just my head, but I have a really tender head, and when I pull my hair up like this, it's actually really painful. Not like me doing that now, but in like a long period of time, it starts to hurt, so I have to take it down. It all depends on what your scalp can take. I just say mess around with things that you can actually try, but don't sleep with it just out. Like, that's a bad idea. Unless you just have money to spend, or your mum can do your braids for you and she doesn't mind doing it for you like every week, I suggest you protect that, because you're just gonna mess it up in like the first few days. So the fourth question is, what do you use to keep them fresh? I use braid spray and I spray it all over my head, not like where it's soaking wet, just like spraying every area. Whoa, my arm just clicked. Every area of your head, and then I get just foam, you know, the Cantu foam, any foam, and just put it over your head, and that kind of takes down the frizz a little bit. But I feel like if your hair is more coarse or fine, either side, you kind of have to experiment with things. So I feel like that's what I've had to do. And because my hair is not coarse or thick or afro textured, it is way easier to come out of the braids. So I feel like I need to find something that actually works better than what I do now. So I wouldn't even go that deep by what I just said, because as you can see, they're starting to pick out the braids already, and I've only had them in for a week. Number 5 is, can you wash the braids? You can wash braids. I feel like I didn't even know this, but I feel like now I do, it makes sense. I feel like you shouldn't go, for some people, 3 months with braids on and don't wash it. That's like, I wouldn't say nasty, but it's kind of nasty. Like,
it's kind of nasty.
a lot of people don't wash their hair every week or even every month. That's okay, but when you've got braids in and you're constantly putting product in there, you're just gonna get product buildup. It's gonna look nasty. You're gonna get all like gel flakes all in there. Wash it, girl. And also, a lot of times people do braids to make their hair grow. If you're putting all this product in every single day and not even washing it out at least once every 2 weeks, you're not gonna get any progress from it. So I suggest you wash your hair. I will do a video sometime, maybe, possibly, because I can't make promises ever. I might make a video on how I wash braids, but I don't know how to. I've just watched many videos on washing people's braids. I might try and recreate it because my hair it needs a wash. So I really should have washed it before I went back to school, because I start on Monday, and I think this video might be up on Sunday. So when you watch this, I might be crying about to go to school, packing my school bag. So I really should have washed it before I went to school because I want to look fresh. But you know what? It's fine. I don't care what I look like at school. So some people have been asking me on my Snapchat about my beads in my hair and where I get them from and all that kind of stuff. So you can get them from anywhere. I got these particular ones from Amazon, but you can get them from the Black People Hair Shop. You can probably just get them anywhere from any shop. You can get them in silver, gold, or you can get the wire where you put it round. I really like that. That's really nice. But yeah, there's endless possibilities of accessories that you can put on your hair, and I love putting accessories on. I don't think I'll ever wear my braids without accessories. I feel like that's just boring. Who wants to do that? And if my school tells me to take these beads out, I'm gonna be mad because I look naked without them. So the next question is, should you get the same color as your hair? You don't have to. I didn't get the same color and it's fine. And also, if you find a hairdresser, some people can hide your hair. So if I got these plaited, it would just be all black. But because I didn't do the invisible method, it showed through. So this question is, how long do they last? And it's so, this whole thing is like, it depends on the person, but it's so true. It honestly depends on the person. If you have hair like me, I'd say it lasts 3 weeks. Like if you're putting in for 4 weeks, that is pushing it. Like my hair was getting frizzy by like the 4th day, 3rd day, and I won't keep it in for any more than a month because I feel like my hair is very fine and it doesn't stay in braids properly for a long period of time. So I'm not going to force it to stay in, even though I paid for it. Like, I don't want my hair looking crusty. But if you've got afro textured hair, that usually stays more in plaits. So I'd say those could last up to 3 months, but it always depends on your hair. They usually say 6 to 10 weeks you can keep them in, but for me I'd say 3 weeks I'm gonna take them out. And also you have to let your hair rest. I wouldn't, as soon as you take your braids out, don't get more braids in. You need to let your hair rest for a bit, because having protective styles in are good for your hair, but having them in permanently, that's just not good. Like, your hair needs to breathe, your hair needs to let go, your hair needs to have some tension let off. And the final question is, would I get them done again? And definitely I would get them done again, even though they're frizzing and it's starting to irritate me a little bit. Well, a lot. I complain about it like every day that they're frizzing, but I love them and I really do like the way they look on me. Everyone says it suits me and I'm like, yes, I know. I wouldn't get them done all the time because obviously I love my actual hair and I miss my hair. I miss my hair a lot actually. Just seeing my curls is, don't make me cry. So thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and you should give it a thumbs up if you did. Comment, subscribe, and also thank you for 1,000 subscribers. It has been mind-blowing to me that I even had like 20. the fact that these many people actually subscribe to like my videos, like they actually like watching my videos. That's so weird, 1,000 people. I can't even imagine 1,000 people in front of me right now. That's absolutely mental. Wow. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!